Hey there, I'm Elyse Archer, founding team member and personal brand strategist with Brand Builders Group. And today I'm going to teach you one of the biggest things that is holding back the growth and the momentum of your personal brand. So I have these calls all day long with individuals who are interested in growing a personal brand, and whether it's they want to become a better known entrepreneur or speaker or thought leader in their space, and they want to have opportunities coming to them because of their reputation, and they want to leave a powerful legacy and make a positive impact in the world, but they're frustrated because they feel like they're putting in all this effort and nothing is happening, and they're not sure why. Or maybe stuff is happening, but it's going slower than they thought it would, and they're feeling really frustrated. Well, I want to share with you a model that we teach at Brand Builders Group today called Sheehan's Wall. And I'm actually going to do a screen share as I talk you guys through this. But essentially, what the big challenge is, I'm just getting this pulled up here. There we go. What the big challenge is that there is a ton of noise today in today's space. So I've heard a statistic going around that's really interesting to me, and who knows how much of it is true or not, but what it says is that 90% of all of the content ever created in the world has been created in the past 2 years. And while that sounds like a lot, it's also not shocking if you think about the fact that everyone today can be their own media company. So the challenge for you, if you're looking to become known in your space, is breaking through that noise. And so there's a guy who really studies this and how this all works named Peter Sheehan. Whoop, there we go. All right, we're back. Peter Sheehan, and we named this concept after him called Sheehan's Wall. And essentially what Peter says is in every space, in every industry, there's an invisible wall. Now on one side of the wall, you've got people who are known, and then on the other side, you've got people who are unknown. And what's happening is on the side of the unknown, everyone is trying to break through. So they want to have that reputation in their space. They want to have opportunities coming to them. They want to make the impact. They want a bigger following. They want more money, whatever that thing is for them. But the challenge and the reason why most people never do is that they're never clear enough on some really foundational questions that most people never spend enough time thinking about. What problem do you solve? Who do you solve it for? What's your primary business model going to be? What's your positioning in the space? Like, why you? And then how are you going to reach those people that you're going to solve this problem for? And so because they're not clear on those things, what happens is they end up trying all this different stuff to break through the wall. And that can look like different messages. That can look like different social media platforms. That can look like having 10 different offers. It can look like being asked to speak and saying, yeah, I'll speak on whatever you want. And the challenge here is that what ends up happening is because your efforts are spread so thin, nothing is ever strong enough to break through that wall. So you may feel like you're making a little bit of progress, but then as soon as you get those 2 steps forward, you take 1 step back. And so the people who do break through the wall are the ones who get crystal clear and focused on, I'm going to become known for this one thing. And because they go all in and they are so focused on building a reputation and a brand around one thing, what happens is they generate enough power and momentum and velocity and force to then finally break through that wall onto the side of the known. And then here's what happens is once you're on the side of the known, you can pretty much talk about anything and people will listen. Okay, so this is one of the big misconceptions is you may look at someone who's built a big reputation in your space and say, well, they talk about this and that and this and that. But here's the key. To break through the wall, they didn't. They got really focused on one specific thing. They went all in on building a brand around that. And because they broke through that wall, then they've got that name recognition where they can pretty much talk about whatever and people will listen. I think a very mainstream example of this is Oprah. It does not matter what Oprah wants to talk about, what product she wants to endorse, what she wants to put her name behind. Because she is Oprah, people are going to pay attention and they're going to trust her and take action on what she says. And so that's the big thing here is you've got to figure out how are you in your space going to break through that wall to where you get to the point where it doesn't matter what you're selling, what you're endorsing, what you're asking people to do, they will do it and they're not going to question it because they trust you. And then here's the other cool thing about this is the dynamic that shifts is that on the side of the unknown, it feels like a push where it's you're reaching out, you're initiating contact, you're trying to like let people know, hey, I'm here. And then on the side of the known, it's a pull. You no longer have to introduce yourself. People are coming to you to get your expertise, to ask you to come speak at their conference, to ask you to write a book with them, to ask you if they can work with you as a client. And so that's really the whole magic here of what happens with that focusing, is that you're able to break through the wall quickly, efficiently, and effectively. And so that's when I think about like what is typically missing with most of the clients who come to us before they work with us, is that clarity and that focus on what are they going to build their brand around and how are they going to break through that wall in their space. And so to help you guys with this, we actually have a free course, which you can get by simply going to EA, my initials, ea.thebrandbuildersgroup.com. And you can sign up for a free course called First Step to Famous, which will actually teach you, well, how do you figure out what your thing is going to be? And so if you want to get that, again, just go to ea.thebrandbuildersgroup.com. You can get that free course. Full disclosure, that will sign you up for emails from us as well. So just, I always like to let people know that ahead of time. If you don't want to get them, no worries. You can opt out, or you can just choose not to get the course. That's cool. But either way, I hope that helps you. And I think this visual is sometimes useful to be able to see, well, what's really the challenge here? And what do you need to do in order to break through that wall? So I would love for you to sign up for that course, register. It's really good, guys. It's going to help you get clarity on how you're going to break through the wall in your space. And just know that I am cheering you on. You have an important message to share with the world. And I really want you to give generously of your expertise and who you are in order to make your greatest impact. So hope that was of service to you. And I will see you again soon for my next video. Bye-bye.